photos and this one, honey is coming, this one from the, is it relevant, is that?
I haven't tasted it. I don't know if it is honey. Good for them if it is happening, but that's called the first ego, the comparative ego. It's happening there, not happening to me, and hence maybe God is more there and less here. No.
In my room, in my puja room, this is dropping like that.
Honey is originally from Costco.
It is required. It is required if we do not have faith in Baba. Only if you give me vibhuti, which looks miraculous in nature, I'll believe you. If that is the case, then he'll probably give. Without any miracles, if I believe in Baba blindly, then I don't need vibhuti to be manifested. If it is happening, good. I'm not negating it. I'm not criticizing it. I'm not ridiculing it at all. But if it is not happening, that doesn't mean that he is less present in my house. That's how we should take it.
In a positive sense, you have to take it.
Yeah. Take it positive, and it's very small. Understand that it's very, very small in yoga. In yoga, several other things. I mean, what vibhuti, a person can physically show up in front of you. Like I said, it's a question of disassembling your body here, getting into space consciousness, and with space is available. Between two atoms also there is space. And then there is space upstairs. So that Jivatma can travel that and again assemble his body in a certain place. Yogis have done this. So how do they do it is a different aspect, but they can do it.
That's called Siddhi Yogas.
There are several siddhis. They are distractions, according to me, in the path. It's like you are digging down for water. You're digging the ground for water. Your sankalpa, original sankalpa is water. When you go down, you'll find diamonds. And then the horizontal digging will start. So people will start looking for siddhis more than water. Siddhis more than God. God is too simple. He is very simple. He doesn't need to complicate. We are more complicated than we are. Our understanding of him is complicated than he himself. That needs to be understood. We have to keep our lives simple.
Yeah, I was saying something. So spiritual calling, it happens at a certain point. For many people, it doesn't happen. They don't believe or whatever. I'm sure you only told me that when it happens, it has to happen at that particular time. But does spirituality comes through pain?
Pain takes us closer to God because pain gives us wisdom. When we are helplessly in a painful situation, it gives wisdom because we have exhausted all the logical options. Now the only thing is left is, okay, God, I'm coming to you. But that is not a spiritual calling. Spiritual calling is about your eagerness to acquire knowledge about living and leaving. Okay, all this is fine. My family is fine, material life is fine, but is there something beyond this? The moment you get that as a question, that itself is a spiritual calling. What is spirituality? I have not seen anybody spiritual, including myself, till date. Let me first clarify that. So spirituality is about only focused on the spirit inside and nothing to do with the external world. We have families, we are supposed to do stuff, we are supposed to go to work, we are supposed to take care of family. So we are doing a lot of things together. But it's not spirituality. It is material living with spiritual attitude or inclination towards spirituality, all of us have. But we are not spiritual beings at all. Let's accept that. So knowledge is moksha. So when you have interest towards knowledge, that itself is called the calling. And the interest will come maybe because of pain or maybe because of happiness also. When you have a lot of happiness, there is a fear that this will end someday. That itself is a
completely a different angle. Is life reality of projection?
whose life?
Everybody's. Because this is the life that we see.
Universe itself.
Yeah,
Is it
because
a
I
reality or
remember-
projection?
Because I remember you.
Depends on who's asking. Depends on who's asking. But in the real sense, the jiva is a complete portion of Sadashiva himself. So it's a miniaturized reflection of God. The soul that you're carrying inside you, or the real soul that you are inside this gross body, is nothing but a reflection of God Himself. So, Maya, a lot of people use the word Maya, right? What is Maya? Maya is basically misunderstanding of impermanence and permanence, and our behavior that follows because of that misunderstanding. So is Jagat Maya? Is it an illusion? Is body Maya? No, none of this is Maya. We're all living. If we are hungry, we'll eat. Why is it this Maya? Maya is about assuming that what is impermanent, we behave, knowing that it is impermanent, we behave in a manner that it is permanent. That is Maya. So from that perspective, the whole Jagat is created by two elements. One is Jnana, the other is Ajnana.
What is it?
With knowledge and ignorance, these two have been created. What is ignorance at the highest level? The memory of the past creation in the mind of Shiva is called ignorance. That one line itself will take a day to explain, but the memory of the previous creation in the mind of the creator is called ignorance.
It's called ignorance.
Memory of the previous creation in the mind of the creator is called ignorance. Yeah. Right. That's why I say it takes time, but we'll really park it there and pause that. Any other questions on this subject? I don't know if you're going random or if it's making sense in a sequence, but I hope it is. Human life, very important because of the reasons known. Yeah, at the cost of repeating for some of you, there's something called an Anandavalli, and it defines the scales of happiness for each of us. There is something called a Manushyanandam, the human happiness. It is defined as 1,000 years if somebody lives youthfully without identification of any pain in life. It's called Manushyanandam, which we are not capable of reaching. 1,000 years with all comforts and luxuries, and every family member is also very happy. That is a scale defined, just to understand the levels of happiness. Next level of happiness is called the Gandharvanandam, which is a loka very close to us. There are people who are Gandharvas and Kinnaras and all those people, and their happiness is 100 times of Manushyanandam. 1,000 years we cannot live, but 100 times of this, maybe this was created when people used to live for 1,000 years. So Gandharvanam is 100 times of that. After that is Devanandam, gods who have been created by Maharshis. 100 times of Gandharvanam. That is called the Devanandam. And Maharshi Anandam is 100 times of Devanandam. After that is Brahmanandam, which is 100 times of Rishi Anandam. After that is Shivanandam, which is 100 times of Brahmanandam. So why do we need to look for moksha or mukti? This is the answer. All of us are looking for happiness.
The happiness is not the same.
It's not the same, it is not lasting. Shivanandam is long lasting, forever lasting. So
But the happiness is this quantity or this quantity of happiness.
Right. Unlimited amount of happiness is called peace. Peace is not an emotion, happiness is an emotion.
If I inspect that happiness, it's still peace.
Right.
This peace is larger.
So
Is it the duration of the peace?
yeah, duration defines happiness. Peace is unlimited. So if happiness is there today, it means that it didn't exist yesterday. It may not exist tomorrow, which means it is finite. Bliss, Satchidananda, we call him, right? What does Satchidananda means? Somebody who has realized the Sat, truth, in the Chit. In the Chit is Chitta, consciousness, is constantly in a state of bliss. He is happiness embodiment. So it's not a finite, it doesn't start, it doesn't end. That is a state that one needs to reach while in the body in order to attain mukti or moksha. So why do I need to look for mukti? I'm comfortable now. This is the answer for anybody who has that question. Because there are scales of happiness. All of us are looking for either our happiness or others' happiness. It's the human nature to look for happiness. I'm saying that scale it up to Shivananda and experience Satchidanandam by associating yourself with Mr. Sachidhananda.
Regarding soul,
Yeah.
one thing I want to, shall I talk?
Yeah, please.
If anybody dies in accidentally or some other commit suicide or thing, people are wandering in this, soul is wandering in the room or house only, don't enter this, like that, they will have that perception. Is it true or?
Yeah, they are more than us. They are more than us. We are minority when it comes to them. But fortunate are those who cannot see. They are less. They are less than us in terms of ability because they don't have a body. We have a body.
Yes.
So when you experience these so-called negative energies or see a ghost,
Ghost.
basically look at it with a lot of grace, pity, sympathy, and say, I have a body you don't have. You've seen me, I've seen you. Now go from here. Take a human birth and come back and continue your tapas. That sankalpa will help that. Basically, they come for
you.
you.
Do some sankalpa.
Take some water in your hand and do some tarpana immediately. They exist, but they don't need to be worried. God is much more powerful than these ghosts. They are in a helpless state of hanging around, right? You were asking.
So all this knowledge and information sharing, this is all good and feels good to the inner conscious. But after a while, maybe after a few days,
Sadhana.
everything.
So the answer to that question, which you didn't complete, is sadhana. So after hearing all these things, you should quickly get into some kind of a daily routine of a few minutes in the morning, afternoon, evening, or morning and evening. That will help you continue the experience of what we have discussed. Otherwise, this will be one of those movie sessions which we forget over time. And the beauty of our time is that it consumes every emotion and knowledge. When death happens, all the knowledge that you have acquired so far is erased, and you again start with ABC. Is there any God? Does God exist? From there it will start.
Can you give an
Before the death
example
or
of
after
your everyday routine?
I wake up in the morning, I pray to God, I eat breakfast, I go to work. Since I work from home, my travel is between kitchen and the bedroom. I do my work. In the evening, if possible, I go for a walk and I sleep. I also sleep. So, yeah, that was my sadhana. I do all these things, namasmarana, puja, a little bit of yoga, when possible.
In spite of doing all
That was the
these
most
things,
difficult question
His
till so
puja
far
is
today.
very special. He does Rudrabhishekam every single
That's
day.
exactly. That's why my
He's been
expression.
doing it
That's
for
right.
like
The
10
way you
years.
said, as if like nothing is so easy, but we know it.
Rudrabhishekam every day, if I am doing for so many decades, it doesn't mean that it will give me moksha. Pujas will not give moksha. Puja is a karma. It will give me some karmic result. If I am born because of karma, if I am doing another karma called puja, will it give moksha? It will not give. It is done for some other reason. It has its own importance. But if my sankalpa, which I don't have, is moksha, then I have to stop doing everything. Naishkarmya siddhi. You were asking?
so by doing puja, we will not get moksha.
Oh, no, not at all. If you are a very charitable person, built a lot of institutions, colleges, temples, donations you have done and all that, you'll have a wonderful next life. Lot of richness, wealth, health, happiness, all that will be there. It doesn't lead to mukti or moksha. The only way you can get mukti or moksha is fulfilling all your desires that you have.
Put lakhs of rupees in undies, God undies and all thing, getting moksha like that.
Sometimes that is bribe. You make you make God a partner in your business. And 1% of share. We won't even give 10%, we give 1%. These are not aspects of mukti or moksha. These are only material existence and if possible material living. It's not beyond that. If by doing something I am born again, then by doing this I'll again be born. I will not give you mukti. It's a different subject by itself. You have to pray to the witness principle in order to get mukti. How do you pray to that? It doesn't have any form. It doesn't accept anything. Hence it doesn't reject anything. It doesn't want anything, and hence I can't give it anything. So what do I do? That is a sadhana. Namasmarana is a sadhana. Some kind of puja every day is a sadhana. Attitudinal sadhana. First, most important is, so we have relationships, we have circumstances. Every relationship that you have today, they have a certain expectation from you, whether it is expressed or not expressed. Our duty as part of our sadhana is to fulfill their expectations either reactively or proactively to the extent possible, which means to a maximum extent. That clears your dues to the people who are expecting something from you. So there are two sets of people, right?
It's an everything.
So there are two sets of people. One is who are a bunch of people who are in your circle, in your life, maybe 10 people, 20 people, 100 people. They expect something from you daily, monthly, quarterly, yearly, whatever. You keep fulfilling that. That is a sadhana. Meeting expectations is clearing dues. Somebody will not expect something from you if you don't owe them anything. If somebody comes and asks you something, because the intelligence that is working behind that is you owe that person something, and hence he's asking you to do it. Why only you? Why not somebody else? Because you owe that person. Is there a limit to it? To the maximum possible extent. Don't let people take advantage of this formula, but that's what it is. Second is we are born because of desires.
Can you define expectation?
Doing yajnas, yagamu, yajna, all people are doing homam and all.
That is to go to Swarga, and in the last 5,127 years, only a handful of people have gone to Swarga. It is not a place that today's humanity can reach ever. It's very far. Swarga is not child's play. We don't have that kind of yajnas today that can be performed and we can reach Swarga. It's not possible. At best, we'll have a better life with a 5-10% deviation from the current one. That's how we'll continue. So, and then there is a second set of people who we are owing something to, but they don't ask us. Anyone can say who such people are? We owe them, but they don't ask us.
Parent.
Oh, parents keep up. I mean,
Typically, wife don't have guru.
okay, that's interesting. Guru's runam, you don't need to clear because you cannot clear. What Guru does to us, it is impossible for us to clear that due, and hence you don't need to clear. That's a very simple thing, and that's a nice thing, right? And what can we give Baba? We can only take from him. Mother's runam, you can clear only if you are a catalyst to her mukti. Current lifetime, one mother. 10,000 lifetimes, 10,000 mothers. Where is the story ending? Children, neighbors, all that, they have expectations. I mean, expectation is a friend who calls you and you're supposed to return her call. That's a simplest expectation. There are certain relationships in our life which don't express, but they have an expectation.
But
Yep.
that's the simplest expectation, as you rightly said, right? So the other person, there are so many expectations from different people, right? The way I see it is it's more complicated depending on the other person receiving it as well, right?
Okay.
Even though I give my entire attention 100%, I am capable of it, the other person is not satisfied. How do you define and how do you get rid of that debt?
When they stop expecting, it means that the debt is over.
Yeah, but if it keeps on
Which means there's so much of baggage there. and we should not be in a hurry to clear also, right? I mean, let it be. Daily basis, a little bit keep clearing, that's fine. And as I said, you can clear anybody's, but mother's it's very difficult unless she gets mukti. So you can pray for mukti of mother. Father, I don't know why he's excluded from this formula, but I'm sure he's equally important. But mother is somebody who has given birth and delivered a jiva that was looking for a physical body, right? That's one. So the entities who we owe to, but they are not asking is, one is country, second is the Pitru Devatas or our ancestors, the third is the Maharshis to whom we belong, sometimes the Gotra Rishis. Why? Because they have figured God out, they have given that distilled wisdom to us, and we owe them. All that we are trying to do as a part of our sadhana today is the mercy of the Maharshis that we have come from. Rishi Runam it's called. Matra Runam, and there is a country Runam. These things. So our life needs to be spent by clearing dues and fulfilling desires that we have.
So when we are talking country Runam, so is my understanding correct when we say the country, city or place has also karma?
Of course, you would not visit, what is this place, Milpitas. You would not visit Milpitas unless you have a runam towards this place. You cannot visit a place unless there is a runam. So I am clearing my runam like this.
When we enter the place, doing a namaskaram to it, accepting the place, we have a runam to the place.
Yes, yes. At the same time, the country of origin should not be neglected.
I have one question, two actually. One is, if I have a karma which is predestined, and I believe that, then what am I to aspire for? Everything is already written for me. Tomorrow I might be a millionaire, or I might be...
The scales of Ananda that we spoke about. If we are not doing any spiritual sadhana, we will have a comfortable current life, comfortable future life, but we will never reach that Shivananda, the state of ultimate happiness, which is boundless, blissful, unconditional. The aspects of singularity. Right now we are living in a state of duality. Pain and pleasure, night and day, all these are dualities, right? We are living in this, and the idea is to beat the duality and get to unity. And that is called mukti. Spiritual calling is when you think about leaving the bondages, attachments, and getting to that. That's why you need to get there. You need to think about it. Because there's no guarantee of a human life next life. There's no guarantee of availability of a guru next life. So in worser conditions, to think that I will think about mukti is ignorance. Current state, right now, as is where is, I will think about mukti, I will pray to Baba for a direction. That's how the attitude should be. Whatever mukti means, whatever moksha means, let me ask for it. Let me have that as a dominating desire in my mind, along with having my material desires. That's a comfortable dual journey.
Second question is, all the jivas that I have around me who are good,
I like the way you addressed. I don't know if your family would like that, but all the jivas that are around. Okay.
who have been good to me or bad to me, is this all repetition of some other life?
It's a
Been there
continuation.
before.
It's a continuation of the previous life.
Oh,
All the relationships that come to you today,
yeah.
they are coming because there was an incomplete file with them.
Okay.
The file is again double-clicked and opened, and then those people come into your life.
How do they close all the files?
By meeting expectations. The other day I was talking to somebody, 7 janmas between wife and husband, right? It's called, right? There's 7 lifetimes of togetherness. Saat janmo ka bandhan. The reason is because it is so difficult to clear their dues. It takes 7 lifetimes for us to clear their dues, and hence it is not a blessing. It's the other side of it. It's not a burden to. It's nice. It's all nice.
Where do
So
we
if you
draw
don't want the same spouse next time, just clear all the dues.
where do we draw the line of trying to clear somebody's expectation and not being able to cater to other person's expectation? As a person, you're a mom to somebody, and you're a wife to somebody, or you're a daughter-in-law to somebody, or a daughter to somebody. How do we draw the line? Okay, this is that as much as I can do, and this is where I start for this other person.
Yeah, your ability to fulfill those expectations is the line. The moment your ability finishes, that's where you draw the line. Which means you need to try to the maximum extent. And because of laziness or escapism, if we are not meeting somebody's expectations, that is incorrect. But, so somebody can be more abusive if he or she knows that we are trying to meet his expectations. You know? At that time, out of sacrifice, you're still clearing, out of going through pain, you're still clearing that person's expectations and yours. That is being watched by the Sakshi principle of God inside us. And that will ensure that 10,000 other relationships dues are cleared by just meeting this one expectation who is being abusive towards you.
Wow.
That's all.
There's a lot of abusers.
But you said earlier, don't
Yeah.
let others disrespect you or other things, right? So how does that balance out?
So self-respect is self. If you don't get respect from somebody, that doesn't need to affect our respect. So we should, from an expectation point of view, we should have this in our mind. I owe everybody, nobody owes me anything.
Oh, wow.
Even happiness, nobody owes me anything. Happiness is my creation, I will be happy and content to myself. This is not philosophy, this is a practical way of living. If you drop all expectations even from the closest of the close, and if it comes, you take that as a bonus, then you're really leading a spiritual life. And you're getting, each time you do that, you're taking 1 inch closer to Baba. It's a fact. You're no longer, you cannot be, your happiness cannot be in somebody else's pocket. Morning you wake up and if the person is not saying good morning if you're unhappy, then it's really a dependent life that we are leading even after the independence of the country. So happiness should not be on self.
In spite of that one, when people are having angry, jealousy, envy and all things, how to control this?
It is their problem. Their jealousy, their anger, their Arishadvargas are their problem. You are not responsible for a change in them. You are responsible only for yourself. You are dutiful towards others. Meet the expectations to the extent possible with efficiency, with love, with care. But as far as you are concerned, you need to be very serious about yourself and your sadhana. And don't take the ownership of changing them, even if they are children, even if they are
Wife or children and mother-in-law.
You have to meet the expectations to the extent possible with love, with efficiency, with emotion. But understand that their change is not your journey. Their journey is their journey, your journey is your journey. For a temporary period of 50, 60 years, you're married to somebody, have children, and then go. It's like meeting these people in a railway compartment and getting down in your own platforms later.
What are the indications that you're progressing in your sadhana?
Okay, excellent. First is we should not look for gauging our progress. Second is the indications would be there are difficulties, but you're not affected by them. There is pain, but you're not suffering. There is a physical pain, there is an emotional pain, but you are able to come out of it faster. That's an indication that this is your last life. You're just living as a matter of fact, but deep inside you're blissful, you're happy, and people are not able to affect you. And that is not coming out of arrogance, but that's coming out of love. It's not that you are you have a I don't care attitude. No, not like that. You do care, but others are not able to influence your mind or happiness. That's an indication that your mukti is around the corner. Even if the corner is after 50 years, that's fine. Afterwards. Doesn't matter. Don't be in a hurry and don't give up. Don't be in a hurry for mukti. I want mukti tonight. No. We need to see the sunrise tomorrow. Whenever it is, this is my last life. That's the sankalpa I need to take. And you say that, Baba, today I'm telling you that this is my last life and you make me do whatever little sadhana that I can do. The rest of it is yours. That's one of his assurances, right? You knock my door and I'll be available for you. You take 1 foot forward and I'll take. So the first sankalpa has to be yours. Rest practice he does. I have a few bullet points in my mobile which I picked up from TSridhar. We'll just kind of go over that quickly, but at the right time.
Our sankalpa should be very perfect. Our sankalpa sankalpa should be perfect and wholehearted and do this.
Yeah, it should be a well thought out sankalpa. It should be in concurrence with your guru. Your guru needs to accept that this is your correct sankalpa. We cannot make unilateral sankalpas. And for that, if you don't have a physically available guru, sit in front of Baba and say, I'm taking this. You correct me if it is wrong. You encourage me if it is right. If it is not right, you tell me what it should be. Trust me, he'll listen to you. Trust me, he'll respond. He himself physically may not come. If he comes, please take a selfie and send it to us. But through somebody, he'll make sure you come to know that it is his decision.
Sometimes other people ask us to pray for them on behalf of them.
Right, thank you for pointing out.
And
Yeah.
so we, especially with Baba, and so then I go ahead and pray for them and say it. Pretty soon I notice that problem becomes mine. I have a similar problem. And it's happened more than once.
Okay.
I'm wondering what's going on here.
You're sharing the karma of the other person. When you're involved and attached with somebody, their karma is transferred helplessly to us. That is why in spirituality, attachments and involvement is unpardonable. Care, affection, and unconditional love is encouraged, but attachment and involvement is unpardonable. You take their karma, whether if you're thinking about a person X who's not related to you in any way, and then you're very abusive towards him, how can you do this to the society and all those things? A portion of his karma comes to you. Whoever you're attached mentally will come to you. Attach yourself with Baba. He'll come to you.
So we shouldn't pray for that.
You should pray for others. I'm sorry, I missed the main point.
Yeah.
You should certainly pray for others. I remember saying that when in difficult times, you should not ask for resolution for ourselves and just ask for strength to bear the problems. That's what I said, right? But for others, you should ask for resolution. Saying that please resolve their problems. Let him get rid of all his problems. We should do it for others. When it comes to self, we should say, I know this is my karma, I want to exhaust it, I want this to be my life, last life. Give me patience, give me strength, give me courage to handle this pain in my current life itself. That's the true way of praying for self and others. We should always pray for others. In fact, if you're praying every day for others, you don't need to pray for yourself at all. Because in others, you're also in.
So how is caring different from attachment?
Caring is compassion, empathy, wishing well for the person. Attachment is worrying about the result. Will it happen or not?
Feeling bad.
Taking the ownership of their happiness, those kind of things.
Like you feel bad for them, right? You really that empathy. I don't know if it's called sympathy or empathy, but you just either way, right? You
Which is good. That is good. So basic human qualities of empathy, care, and concern should be there. But extreme involvement in their problems and crying for them because of them, stopping our basic duties of family and household and office and thinking only about them is attachment. Love with expectation is attachment. Love without expectation is care.
Love without expectation
Is good. That's how it should be. Yeah. Don't expect even a thank you from somebody that you are helping. Do that and leave it.
Same context, if many times people, the help that we can really give them is a shoulder to cry on, where they just want to vent out their unhappiness, their sadness. In that point, that might not happen a day, can prolong for a few days where you are really holding on to them, bringing it to the Baba's side, saying, yes, you have to be in this path, think of it. But when you are involved in that, you feel inside of the helplessness. It does, you sometimes feel that sadness into us. So is that okay? Is it that I'm sharing the karma?
Of course you should. So you have to meet their expectations. If somebody is talking to you out of pain, it means that there is a moral support required.
Yes.
but give the moral support only to the extent where it does not start affecting you.
Affecting results, you feel the sadness.
Yeah, that is human value, and I think that should be there. I mean, we should not, in the disguise of spirituality, we should not become subhuman or
Yeah, that's what. But that, to say the same thing, you might get into a little bit of their own private life because they want to take out the sadness. Is that sharing the karma? Are we like the part of it is nosing on, or is it just being a witness?
Witness is God's problem, but our thing is we should have care, we should get involved to the extent that helps them. But if you realize that it's becoming a habit for the person to just cry on you, that's something that you should try to erase. But if that repeat cry, that repeat pain is coming on account of real problem, then you need to escalate that. If you're not happy, escalate it to a person who can heal it.
How can that bad karma affect you? If they have karma, whatever.
Because you're sharing their karma. Because you're getting attached to their problems. Constantly day in and so what is the indication of attachment? Even after coming out of that conversation is still running in your mind. Night before you sleep, instead of talking to somebody, that problem is lingering in your mind. Memory, a constant memory, a repeated thought in your mind determines whether you're attached or unattached.